I guess we're live. And so far, it's just me. Just me, no one else. So, oh, Ski's here. We're live, Ski. Sorry, I didn't know if anyone was coming on.
Oh, sorry, I was watching. I got occupied watching something, and it just ended. I'm like, oh shoot! So.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about it. I've been the entire night playing. How do I admit this? I've been playing Roblox with my kids.
Oh, hey.
So it's been a very interesting night tonight. They have taught me how to play this B game, and I'm like, okay, sounds pretty good. And so that's all I've been doing pretty much all night. So I guess Jonathan's out tonight, just me and you. So there's a couple topics I wanted to touch on tonight. The first one, well, we'll get into this one. I want to save this one for last because this is the one I'm most excited about. But the first thing I wanted to talk about was Adeptus Titanicus.
Okay.
So they released the prices, and there was a huge amount of backlash. Pretty much every single group I saw was just negativity. And I was like, okay, I can understand, Kill Team just came out, Kill Team came out. So people just dropped some money on Kill Team.
Yep.
So some people may be upset about that. Also, Age of Sigmar just dropped. So people have just bought starter box sets for that. And then all the Kill Team, the bad stuff that came out, awesome stuff that came out for Kill Team and AOS. And those are two games I'm very excited about playing and getting into. Kill Team, I'm making some board terrain and ordered some board terrain and getting all kinds of stuff done so I can play some games of Kill Team.
Awesome.
And then, so I know you probably had some strong feelings. I'll go about my feelings about what I feel about Adeptus Titanicus.
Okay.
So when the price came out, I saw the $290 price tag. I think a lot of people saw that in the skull just a little bit. It was like, oh my dear God, right? And then I started looking at, the kit. So you're getting like we discussed in our chat, that the Patreon subscribers are part of. We discussed that, the Warlord Titan is as big as a Knight Titan. So right there, that's a Knight Titan's $140 a Knight, and the Warlord's just about as big, and it's $110. So I was like, okay, so you get two of those, get the box of the cute little mini Knights,
yep,
which I think are adorable, and you get a rule book, get one set of terrain, plus all the objectives terrain and everything else. So really, I think the value, when you told it out, it was about $390 for $290. So you're saving about $100. So for me, I was like, any box deal I think that GW has put out where you save money on, since I've been playing since third edition,
oh, yeah,
I am very stoked when I save money when I buy a box set.
Yeah.
It hadn't been as good. It hadn't been as good as some of the deals that came out,
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah. Remember the Megaforce boxes were like, hey, and there's no discount. It's a big box, but there's no discount.
You get the box, and you're like, oh, I get the box.
Yeah.
And you're like, sweet, I get a Land Raider, I get a Terminator Squad, I get all this, and you're like, $175, and then you total up, and you're like, I paid $175 for $175 worth of stuff boxed in a new box.
Yep.
So, I know the price tag is high. It is the Grandmaster Edition, so you're basically getting, I know the models inside you're basically getting, you can play it, you can start playing one of the campaigns right away with those models.
Oh, yeah.
So, which is cool because and the other take I kind of had on it was the fact that, I don't know about you, Ski, I do okay, but I can't afford to buy a Warlord Titan and then 3 Knights. I mean, I bought 3 Knights, but, that was a different story. That's, with the Renegade box set, another Knight, you're looking at you're looking at about $290.
Yep.
Or actually more than that when you bought the Renegade box set and that. So that's 3 Knights. And I dang sure can't afford to buy a couple Reavers and 5 or 6 Warhound Titans. So this is my best way of being able to play with Titans on the battlefield. And if I have to spend, a little bit extra money, then I can do that. But still at the same time, you can always split this with a buddy, which I found, like let's say me and you wanted to go in on it. I can say, okay, well, you're going to buy a rule book. You got to buy the rule book at $60, right? Because you need a rule book for yourself. But I'm like,
yep.
Then we dump that in half, and instead, we're saving a little money, but you're still getting your starter army, and I'm getting my starter army. So.
Which then you get, everybody gets money. Like they're all saving, even if when you split it, you're saving money.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been in school, and so this last class, been doing sociology, and so we've been doing a lot of the not of the normal people. Social norms are everywhere. So now when I look at the what GW does, I think they executed this very badly in aspects of, like you said, everything's been coming out, so they want money, 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 money. What makes it so bad is they just came out, so, oh yeah, we just doubled our profit for the year. So now you're saying you made double the amount of money.
Yeah.
Your employees are sharing, I think it was like a $6 million bonus with all your employees.
Mm-hmm.
And you keep throwing all this stuff down our throats to buy. Now, I don't know about you, but I've seen it. Well, I know you've seen third edition. Prices have gone up. Yes, I understand, because of the economy and stuff like that. Yeah. But it's getting to the point where this is not. It's getting towards. It's costing more than the enjoyment of the game sometimes. And that's the norm. Like everybody's starting to see it finally, and it's been happening for a couple of years now. I know you've probably noticed it, where the prices have just been slowly going up. And when does plastic cost as much as, we'll just go with the Rhino. Back in the day, what Rhino was like, very, very, they're really cheap because it's not much plastic, and they can't say, oh my God, the sculptors, we have to pay the sculptors that much money to do this, piece of plastic. And now they're like, oh, we got 3D printing, which is actually, kind of cheaper now. And once you have it done, you're not using molds, and there's goods and bads to it all. And I just think it's timing, and everybody's like been clamoring for it. And I've been following it since last year. That's where I don't know if in our patron chat I was showing the different photos and getting my resources. All the prices were posted last year. I found the site, they quoted everything, and so the prices have been out. Now, maybe not the box set, but the Warlord Titan, all that's been priced.
Yeah.
And it just seems them throwing Horus Heresy on it too is that selling point. And there's just, I just think it's very badly executed. I mean, it's a great game. Like I wanted to get into it, but I can't afford $290. I hate to say it. I can't, it's just, that's way steeper than I thought it would be.
Yep.
But I mean, the models look great.
Yep.
I looked at the old Epic price tags for the old Warlord, all the old stuff from Epic.
Yeah.
And yes, the models weren't the greatest. I know that, they didn't have like the greatest artists and technology.
Yep.
It was a quarter of the price for the same amount.
Yep.
So now it's just.
Now, but I do remember the Imperator Titan and all the other Titans weren't this big though.
No, they were about, I don't know, here's my little.
The Imperator Titan was the size of a dreadnought.
Yeah, but yeah, about like that. That's it. Yeah, the Emperor.
So because the Imperator Titan, like they did that conversion kit where you got to buy the pads and you got to stick them on your dreadnought.
Oh yeah.
For the legs. So I mean, yeah.
So I think it's a great kit. I'm not bashing the kit. I'm not bashing the products. I'm not being negative on that. I just think the execution was wrong. I don't think they did it at the right time or the right way.
Yeah. Makes sense, man. Completely understand that. I mean, and that's why I started off with saying the fact that they dropped last month was Age of Sigmar. Then they dropped Kill Team, and they dropped this. So it's just, I understand this is a specialist game, so it's a little bit different than every single other game because really Forge World is the one who designed the game and did everything behind it.
Yep.
So it's a kind of a different product line, but still at the same time, it's kind of weird that it came out right after Kill Team. I thought that they were going to get Kill Team a little more time.
Yeah, maybe bring more things out.
Yeah, bring more things out or something, So, yeah. So, I know, a lot of people, and a lot of people blew a lot of money this summer when it came to all the other stuff. So I can definitely see where people are hurting. Just like you pointed out, it's probably wasn't the right time, but at the same time, if they were to drop Orcs or Space Wolves, I don't, even though the price tag would probably be pretty high on a lot of this stuff, because they're going to be dropping some new kits and stuff. people would just still probably spend about the same amount of money on all these releases, but they wouldn't be complaining as much because it's for 40K and it's something you can tie into your game. This is a brand new game that you have to buy into, which is completely different than everything else.
But you bring up, we still have, you see, let's go with it. Okay, first I want to say they have to bring things out because for retailers, only for all these stores to stay alive is you have to have product every week to sell new things, to keep your margins up, to keep, and I get it, you have to. But at the same time, like you just brought up a great point. So we had Age of Sigmar, Kill Team, Titanicus, Orcs, Space Wolves. Who knows what else is in the chute? I mean, there's a freaking new Necromunda faction coming out. There's the new Lord of the Rings stuff coming out.
Yeah.
Like there's so much coming out, and it's just like, I remember back in the day when we were playing, it's like, oh my God, when are they gonna bring something new out? It's been months. Like,
I know.
Oh my God, we got a new box set of just troops. We're like, oh my God, but now.
Oh my God, they dropped the second codex this year, and it's August. Wow.
Yeah, I think. Now this is my personal opinion. I'm not speaking for anybody else. There needs to be a balance. There needs to be a balance in releases. There needs to be a balance of pricing, because if stores can't keep open because of not new stuff, then maybe they need to adjust the prices down now to compensate for that, and do maybe 2 releases a month or something. Like, give people time to recuperate, because not everybody's made up money. I'm sorry. Like, I know everybody that plays. Okay, I hate using absolute. Majority of people who play these games want to buy everything. Once you buy your first piece of plastic crap, it doesn't stop. Just like Forge Roll. You buy your first piece of resin and you wash it, you're like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever. Yeah. And you just can't stop. But at the same time, if you don't have money because you can't keep up, then how are you going to support the hobby?
Yep.
So
it's very true. And what I'm hoping too is, my guess is the Grandmaster Edition, because they only got so many copies, is going to sell out.
Oh yeah. Well, you saw what I posted about So they already knew it ahead of time.
Yeah, they knew it was going to sell out, and it was their chance to get money. But to me, like, this is the one specialist game that I've actually wanted to play since I first started playing 40K back in '98. Because back then they didn't, like, when I started in '98, Adeptus Titanicus and Epic kind of ran its course.
Yep.
It wasn't really available. I couldn't get the starter box set, and I was like, always when I saw it, I was like, man, a whole Titan game. Yep. So for me, like, a lot, I've been waiting like 20 years so I could play with all Titans. So for me, I'm like, I've been waiting 20 years. Yeah, I'm gonna get it. It's just like, and I hope next year is Battlefield Gothic.
Well, I have a feeling. So just tell me if this sounds familiar or looks familiar. They brought back Necromunda.
Yep.
Pretty hefty price tag on it. Not in a singular, but if you look at overall now, it's gorgeous models, but the price tag's pretty big if you want to get everything and all of it. And they keep going. Great. Titanicus, price tag is pretty big. Great looking models. You get a lot. They're going to do a lot with that game. Well, they haven't redone. Mordheim is still yet to be seen. Epic is still, the other, part of Epic still left to be seen. Gothic's left to be seen. Those are 3 big specialist games. What are we going to be expecting when those things, like the price tag, are they going to be just matching these price tags?
Yeah.
Like, that's a big one.
I mean, like, I can see, like, if they bring out Mordheim, like you were talking about, they're going to have to put terrain in it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So you're going to look at like a kill team type thing, but they're going to be bringing out all new models, because you can't really reutilize anything that you find. I don't see anything in Age of Sigmar line right now that you can actually reutilize for Mordheim type stuff. It's going to be like, it may be kill team-esque, but they're going to be releasing like new factions,
Yeah, they have to.
Yeah. And then, it's like with Battlefield Gothic, I think will be on the cheaper end. You really don't have to worry about, for me, for Battlefield Gothic, you don't really have to worry about terrain because it's in space,
Yeah, I can see that. They could add some things like the barricades, and there's like different The Black Fortresses are like, that was kind of, but they have options though. That's the thing though. Back in the day, we look at the old Adeptus Mechanicus compared to the new. Big change. Way big change. So if they do Gothic, is it going to be epic Gothic size? I don't think so. I think it's going to be Titanicus size. So they can charge more, but the models are going to look amazing.
I hope not. I still hope I get to use my whole fleet.
I know, right?
Because if I don't, I want to be so pissed. Because I have like a full Space Marine fleet.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I have like a battle barge, like 2 strike cruisers, and then I have like all the support ships I could possibly have. But let's see here. Let's see. We got some people in chat. So like Mark said, I was in all, then I saw the price. And I think for the Grandmaster box set, it is steep. But I think what you have to look at is basically that's you and a friend buying in on it, and y'all both have 2 armies. So then if you look at the cost, it's only $145 each, I know most retailers are probably doing 15% or 10% off, entry fee. And then you're going to have to work at like getting a new book or something like that. So I can understand where it's, and then like, Lamont said, he'd feel better off if he invested straight up into a 40K army. Yeah, for $290, yeah, you could definitely do it. But at the same time, I think you're looking at it, and this is literally, I think a lot of the stuff you look at is you're getting big models, a lot of terrain and rules and all the other stuff, and it's basically a starter box that you and a friend. To me, this reminds me of the old first 3rd edition box that I bought, where I was able to. Me and my friend bought in that box set. I think it was like $180 or something. It was expensive. And basically, what we did is we both bought it. He took the Dark Eldar, I took the Space Marines, and I bought a rule book, and he bought a rule book. He got the rule book out of the box. We split it, and then I bought a codex, and he bought the Dark Eldar codex. So, but for that, I was back in college when I did that. That was a hefty buy-in for me. So, yeah, but I think it's just the timing and just too much old stuff. Let's see.
Let's see here. Commander, just use your old fleet and really, really far away. I can just see that throwing your ships out there. Like, okay, they're back there.
It's funny. It'll be like the strike cruisers will be like battle barges. I'll be like, my battle barge will be a strike cruiser, and then the strike cruiser will be support ships, and the other ones, like the smaller ones, I can use as Thunderhawks.
And then you get a freaking telescope, and you're like, okay, guys.
That'll be epic.
I know. I can't wait to see what they do with Titanicus. I think, they still got the Reaver to release. Are they going to do the Forge Knights? Are they going to do Thunderhawks? There's a lot of, what are they going to do? I know it's Titans, but this is an opportunity it is a specialist game, but they can make it epic. Transition it so you can play all of it with the same rules.
Oh yeah.
Are they going to make small little land raiders? Are they going to make, what's another good one? Are they going to do orcs, Gorkas and Morkas and, all that Stompas and super Stompas and stuff,
If it's set through the Horus Heresy, they could really redo kind of like the Battle of Ulnar.
Yeah. Oh yeah, big time.
Of that.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about, it was a weird thing, as they said, right? They were on the chat, right? And they were talking about the Warlord Titan, right? And they were like, someone asked or something. They're like, is this the largest? They're like, oh, and the Warlord currently right now is the largest model that we've made for the game.
Yep.
And I was just like, did they just leak that maybe they're going to break an Imperator Titan or something like that?
Well, they are, because they know you. I will be surprised if they actually do a full size one, because they won't. There's no way, unless they do it by pieces and you have to buy piece by piece. I don't know. That's just crazy. But that's Forge of Windows, right?
Yeah.
But for Titanicus, man, that's just an arm length away. They're like, all right, we've already got it set.
Yeah, because when it comes down to it, I could see them doing some Forge World Knights. The bigger, taller one with the 2 big turbo lasers and stuff.
Yeah. Pro something. I don't remember what it is. Pro something.
Because he's right in between the size. He's like, here's a knight.
Yeah.
here's the Warhound, and then he's kind of right in there, so it'd kind of be the same thing as right in between the Warhound. So I could see that. They're bringing out the Warhound, the Reaver, and it'd be start cooling if they came out with like some Chaos pieces. So start into the Horus Heresy when they start going a little cray.
Oh gosh.
So
which I have to bring up the next book. I don't know, the next one coming out. What is it? With all the 4 Demon Primarchs on the cover.
Oh yeah, yep.
Oh, I can't wait. I mean, I haven't kept up with the reading because there's so much. But that book, I'm actually debating on just buying and reading because I want to see these cray Primarchs finally go, okay, what's going on?
Yeah. I mean, it's getting close, man. I mean, with all the books and stuff, it's getting close to hitting Terra.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, I know they want to drag it out as long as possible, but they got to finish it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, eventually they're going to have to finish it. But, I mean, the thing about, like, I think I'm on your boat. I'm going to buy the box set because I want it.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing's going to stop me from buying it, so I care less. And then, but I want to see what they're going to do with the game. And I like the fact it's going to be campaign-based.
Okay.
I think that's what's going to be fun for me is I'm definitely going to play a campaign. Now, I'm not going to use any of that, the House Knight colors they said that are in there. They said all that stuff. I'm painting my stuff House Terran because I already have House Terran Knights. So if I want to do something crazy and like have like a big epic game and then a small game, I already have them painted. So they can. I'll do one of the big legions, the ones for the bigger knights like the Warlord and all those. I'll do one of those Legio or whatever the hell they call them.
Yeah, the Legos.
Yeah, but I'm definitely doing House Terran for the smaller knights just because I've already painted up the big ones. I might as well have the small ones too and just kind of work it all together.
It kind of makes me sad, I sold all 4 of my knights that I had, but eventually I'm going to end up getting 1 or 2 back into it, not for an army, but now I have ideas of what I want to do. Like I've tested the waters, and what disappointed me, you did the houses, I like free blades. So when they didn't add the free blades characters inside the Knight Codex, that was my tipping point of like, okay, like I painted the Luxin, I painted the Forgotten one, and I was going to do another one, and they're like, oh, but they're not in the book anymore. There's no rules for them. I'm like, well,
yeah, there weren't really rules for them because all they were was you could take the buffs and the downgrade for them, and kind of make them how they used to be, but it wasn't like Durantius where like, a lot of people, I really liked him in the old book because he actually had a 4+ vulnerable save.
Yeah, but see, I couldn't use the City Knight because everybody hated that because I had a ballistic skill of
5, right?
No, I think it was 6.
Yeah.
This was higher, and he had preferred enemy versus Tau, and he had the invulnerable save as well, and it was like, you can't use him. He was in the APOC book too. I still have it. They're like, oh, he's an APOC knight. I'm like, really? He's just a knight, huh?
Yeah.
Like he's just part of the story. But yeah.
Don't get mad at me because his background story is him slaughtering Tau like they're nothing,
He jumped into the air, killing Riptides, leading the charge of all these other knights. I mean, he was the man, and he would say a wooden word.
Yep.
But man. We'll see. Like that's. We'll see.
And the next subject I want to talk about is because I think people have kind of picked their fence on Titanicus, so which is good. I hope if you're going to stay true to your things and stay true and don't buy it, but if you're going to buy it and have fun with it. Yeah. I think the game is going to be pretty fun to play, so that's why I'm excited about it. But the next thing I wanted to talk about, so I was listening to Forge the Narrative,
okay,
and they brought up Reese came on. And they talked about the player etiquette.
Yes.
They haven't dropped it yet.
Oh.
They have not dropped it yet because after Bao, he said on the podcast that he wanted to they wanted to tweak a little stuff that, kind of came up or something. It wasn't anything major, but he just wanted to make sure everything was tweaked before they released the set of it. And the gist of it I got, that they kind of explained is it's going to be a card system. So, there's the list of rules. You break a rule, you get a yellow card, right? So after your 3rd yellow card means, you're done. Or, if something, yeah. So I think that, I think I like that idea that it's a set of guidelines that all tournament organizers can use. So they're following the same paths, the same procedures and stuff. So if someone breaks something, they kind of show them, hey, you broke this rule, man. Sorry, you can't do anything about it. This is what we're going to do. You got a yellow card, And so they said that, like some of the rules were like, if you're more than 15 minutes late to your game, you get a yellow card because, I know stuff happens, but, at the same time, it sucks when you're the other player on the other end waiting for your opponent to show up. And so they talked about it. They said a lot of the stuff in there, I'm really positive to see it, is because a lot of the stuff is common sense stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like slow playing, making sure you know your rules, just like it's built on like, if you look across the table, what kind of player do you want to have across the player, from you? You want to have somebody
they want a TJ player.
Yeah. Well, in a tournament, you're not going to get it. You don't get too many TJ players where I'm actually helping you and reminding you to do stuff, because that's not tournament. Yeah, that's us. So,
and I do it out of nature. Half the time I don't want to, but I do it. I'm like, don't forget to do it. I don't let them go back.
Yeah.
But I'll tell them, hey, don't forget to do this next turn. Like,
yeah.
I have powers remembering shit too. So.
Yeah. Yeah. So I figure, like, for me, I'm like, I forget stuff. If the person was across this field for me and they actually forgot to do something, or like they're in the process and I'm like, wait a minute, you forgot to move, or you sure you're not going to move or do something like that? They're like, oh, yeah, thanks. I figure I'd want the same amount of respect, because, at the same time, if like it's like a costly move or something, I don't want to win on that. If someone forgets, like, they go from shooting and they go to charges and they forget to do something, like shoot like a unit that they just completely forgot about that could be game changing.
Oh, yeah.
That's not, I want to make sure they shoot that and I can be like, okay, this is how I got to react to it. So, but, I think when that comes out, I think it's going to be a real good thing, because then all the tournament organizers will have like kind of like, I guess, the database on the players that have really been acting up. So if there are people that are really cheating and are really abusing the rule system and doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing, then at least they'll get reported. And so if they go to like another ITC event, even if it's a small one or a big one, at least the tournament organizer will know about it if they're using the ITC stuff.
There's some flaws, though. Now, I agree. I think it's amazing. I love the whole. I'm 100% behind player etiquette, cheaters, like punishing the people that need to be punished because they think it's. At this point, it's no longer a tabletop game when it goes to a convention. When you're going to play in a tournament and you're spending money, it's no longer a fun, like. It's still a social gathering. Actually, I have to make sure I break this right, because I'm not trying to say it's not one, but it's no longer just for fun and actual because you paid money.
Yep.
So at that point, there has to be rules. There has to be guidelines. There has to be consequences for your action. There has to be law and order. Because money is on the line now. You paid money into something. It's no longer me coming to your house, TJ, and we're playing a game and we're messing around. We can't. I can't do that at a tournament. Like, we shouldn't, at least. But here's the problem. Unless everybody follows it to the T.
Yep.
If people we are two different organizers and you send me an email, the spreadsheet, the blacklist spreadsheet or the yellow card spreadsheet, whatever you want to call it, and there's a bunch of names on there, but I know 3. Well, I need to not be biased. Even though they're like my good friends, I can't be biased. I'm like, hey, you guys are, there's going to be a lot of that. I have. Unless everybody's on the same page, I think it's going to be a broken system that is going to cause a lot of pain with organizers at the same time. I can
definitely see that happening.
Because say me and you decided next year we're going to every single ITC tournament.
Yep.
In the world, right? We see every single person that cheats. We know about it, but they keep showing up at tournaments.
Yep.
With 3 offenses, 4 offenses, or who knows how many. Yep. We know 3 off the top, but nothing's being done. Then if they don't address that, then it's not going to change.
Well, I mean, that's what we're hoping, right? You'll see it at the major, right, where you'll see people get 3 yellow cards, if they do, and they're that bad, and then at the next major, they're not going to be allowed in.
No.
So, I mean, I think in general, most of the TOs, like, thinking about it, they don't want to deal with this kind of craziness, right? No. So if they have a way to put a rule of guidelines, like a set of rules out there, and saying, okay, well, you're on the crap list for the last 3 games, you got a red card, man, you can't come in. Then it's just easier for them to say, hey, we're running an ITC event, man, I'm following the ITC policies. So then right there, I think it leads itself to them not having to worry about it's just some like you know they're going to get backlash because everyone's going to be like, well, no, man, you didn't follow the rules. There's this. I think with it being written down and actually rules for it, like any other things, like any other game, like, not playing poker. There's all these things that you can't do. So I think by that mine.
Can you hear me fine?
I can hear you fine. I just felt like I'm getting a lot of echo with mine.
You're like it comes in and goes. Your voice.
Okay.
All right.
Maybe a little better.
Okay. There has to be a written thing though.
Yeah.
The thing is, there's money involved now, so they have to make a written, like just say an agreement policy, But they have to cover legally. They have to cover they have to take it to a lawyer. They need to make sure it's foolproof because people are going to come back and say, oh well, hey, I spent money and they don't have no right. I've already spent the money for it. Like, there's going to be some issues with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I could see definitely that may come up, but yeah, I'm just glad that they're eventually doing something about it.
Oh yeah.
Than not doing anything,
Did you talk about his AOS experience?
No, it was Reese. It wasn't the guy from Spiky.
Oh, not Rob. Sorry.
Yeah, it was Reese.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Reese brought up, and then he also talked a little bit about Val, the last major that happened, and he said it was uneventful. Everything went really well, and he said the only problem is that you had this random weird list that was not meta that won.
Oh, that proves my theories of things on some of that. It's everybody plays the norm. Everybody plays the norm, and everybody keeps playing the norm. Yeah. And a guy comes in and doesn't play the norm, and everybody's like, I don't know how to play against that army.
Yeah.
Even though that's just how it is. That's the nature of the beast.
Yeah. That's exactly what Reese said. It was the fact that like everyone's like, oh, everyone said that the Death Guard Terminators were crap.
Dude.
I know, and I was just like, I looked at them. I didn't think they were crap. I just didn't think they were as point efficient as people, when people look at point efficiency.
Yeah.
But the dude brought a unit of 10, 4 up invulnerable save, 5+, feel no pain. Toughness 4, I think, or 5. 2+ save. Yeah, it's toughness 5. Those are a lot of combi bolter shots. So it's like
they're outfitted with so many crazy things too.
Yeah, they basically have a mace that the Deathwing Knights have that does D3. It does like a flat 2 damage or maybe 3 damage, or it does D3. But they have all these weapons. So the guy would just drop them in the backfield and just eat through stuff. And people, because everyone's backfield right now is, and then they put like guard back there, or they put something back there just to hold the line, to stay back on the objective, and everything else rushes forward. So they didn't know what to do.
Sounds like 3rd edition all over again, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Gun lines and everything rush forward. So, I mean, but it's kind of funny, that, a lot of people, I think, I'm glad this happened.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to change up the meta. People are going to be like, maybe I should relook at some of these different units. I should relook at stuff and what could be good, what may not be good. So,
well, I think
that's what I'm excited about.
Alpha strike this, alpha strike that, alpha this. I'm like, find a different route, and it's going to mess up your opponent. Everybody expects that.
Yeah.
That's okay. So then like, oh, drop pod suck now, and deep striking sucks now, and this all. I'm like, find a different way of approach. It's all you have to do.
Oh, deep strike is awesome. It's just now you have to be good at using it.
It's not mindless.
Think about it. You can't just be like, screw it, I'm dropping 30 cultists over there on a bloodletter bomb on first turn. Death. Or hey, here's my Eldar Guardian squad. I'm just going to deep strike it over there and shoot you to crap. It's about actually you're like, okay, tactically, what do I want to do with this squad? How am I going to position it so it does the most damage? And it makes you rethink about what you're doing on your lines.
Yeah.
So I think it's good. And that's what I'm excited about. So it made me rethink my whole LV.
Well, so something I'm going to kind of hit on real quick.
Sure.
I'm in the making, and it's a possibility. It hasn't been confirmed yet. I'm waiting on a response from an individual, but there might be a slim chance I might be going to Wargamers Con.
Awesome, really?
and playing in the AOS Grand Tournament.
Awesome.
I know it's sold out, but I contacted an individual, and they're going to look into something for me and see, if it's a possibility.
Awesome.
If it is, then I'm not going to win because I'm already down 20 points. Because they said if you submitted your army list by the 1st, you get a bonus 20 points.
Okay.
So okay, whatever. I'm down 20 points, so I'm not going to win.
Yeah,
that's what that tells me, which is fine. And I'm not going to win. I'm going there to see the environment. Like that's what I want. I want to see the difference between the AOS stuff and the 40K environment when it comes to big tournaments.
Yep.
Because, of course, I have one that I'm going to help run Saturday.
Yes.
So I want to make sure the tournaments that I put together with other individuals, I want it to be fun. I want the people to go, this is the fun going down here and just playing 3 games and feel like there's no pressure. So, and having fun where people are laughing and they're making, laws and they're freaking running around and having a good old time. That's what I want. I don't want like this whole serious, like, oh, don't talk to me. I got to roll these dice, so.
Hey, Ski Man, I think what you're getting confused is I don't think the 40K tournaments, they can be like that, but usually on most of the tables I've seen, they're pretty fun. I think it's only about probably 5% of the tables that are like that, but it's not like Magic where everyone's like that,
Oh God, yeah. Like I when I was at DEFCON, the Grand Championship tournament, those guys were probably everybody played in that was like so fun, kick back, relax, and had a good time. It wasn't until we played in the 4-man team tournament, it was like everybody's your enemy. Like we had some fun with some individuals on the team, but man, if the whole environment changed.
Yeah.
So
and you know what I think changed about the 40K environment probably in the last 2 years, especially when it comes to competitive scene, is the fact you have people live streaming games, and there's been this uproar of like YouTube channels and people doing reviews and stuff. And so I think like a lot of people are like, it's kind of changed the perception of what it is, the game.
Yeah.
So, but at the same time, like I'm so excited that you get to make it to Wargamers. That is really cool.
It's a possibility. Like I said, I don't know. Like that's not confirmed. It's just a possibility.
And I'm sad that I'm probably not going to be able to play in the tournament this weekend. I don't have 2,000 points put together.
Oh, well.
Yeah. I'm going to go up there. I'm going to try to get some games in. Maybe I want to bring up my 40K and AOS stuff. So if anyone wants to play, I'll try to get in. But I don't think I don't have 2,000 points to get a game, to play Age of Sigmar. Yeah. And also at the same time, man, I'm not sure if I really want to do that to someone where it's like, hey, it's my second game. I have no clue what the hell I'm doing, but
you're corn. It doesn't matter. Your whole objective is just run at them and slaughter. Just get your dice rolling. That's all you do. That's what it is. It's an amazing play testing of rules for you. Like, okay, I got to memorize these weapons. What do? Run across the field. It hits you. Run across the field.
I mean, man, what do I have? How many points do I have? 400. No, I don't have enough battle line units. That's a problem. Yeah. Damn. I really wanted to play this weekend too, but at least maybe I can get a pre-game of the Escalation weekend, which is what I wanted to talk about next with AOS, because I am so freaking excited to. I've been working on my Corn Lord. I wish y'all could see. Probably can't.
Oh no, I've seen pictures. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, what I'm working on is trying to see. Hold on, let me click on myself so it'll stay up on the screen. Focusing on.
I can see it.
Yeah, I've been focusing, and I've been working on his arm and everything. So I've done most of the armor. I've got the armor all done, so I'm gonna work on the cloak and everything like that. So hopefully I'll get most of him painted by probably Thursday or Friday, and then do the flesh hound this weekend.
Nice.
So, but no, I mean, I can't wait to get. And then I bought these rope and atomic, these little blood reapers. Got a box of 5.
Oh yeah.
So I think I found another start the snap together ones, another box of 5. So that'll give me 10. That'll give me another battle line unit. So that'll give me. And so, yeah, I can't wait to get the first game in. So excited.
Well, let's see. What am I working on here? Let's see. I've got so much. So let's see here. Okay, so I'm working on the Mega Boss on foot. He is. I've got a little bit more work to do on his bracers, but he's pretty much done.
I
don't know if it's hard to see.
Shots. Oh, nice. Hold on, let's get you clicked on.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to.
Put your hand behind it. Sometimes if you put your hand behind it, it'll focus in on it. No, not doing it, but still.
Okay.
God, he looks cool.
Whatever, I got him. So he's almost done. Then I've got one brute almost 100% done.
Dude, wickedly cool.
So he's almost done. I got to base him. I'm working on a squad of 5 of them to get done. I'm working on the other 10 over to my left. I'm working on one of my Maw Crusher riders. I know he's not really, it's just the base model, but
yeah.
Then let me grab the other 2 things I'm working on. Let's see here. Working on my pit bulls. So
yeah, those things that make you attack like 15 times.
So I've got the red one. He's almost done. I got to do some detail, but I've been working on his base. And
that base is amazing, dude.
I got to do a couple more magnetizing on the base, but he'll be, and then I'll detail him and he'll be done. Then I'm working on the green one. Of course, I'm working on his base. He's not magnetized yet. I got to finish his wings. And he'll be sitting on there just like so.
That is nice, dude. So which rider am I painting for you? The one that goes on the green one?
No, you're going to do the one that goes on the red one.
One on the red one, okay.
I'm gonna try to finish the green one for my regular boss on him, but Gordrak is getting the red one because the base looks better, the dragon looks better. He gets the better of the 2. So I'm working on all that, and then I have 30 boys that I'm working on repainting. Well, yeah, basically repainting at the same time.
Okay.
So I have a lot of ground to cover.
So you are working completely different than I am.
Well, I got the formula for my green. Like I finally got where I enjoy my greens, and people are loving that bright green.
Mm-hmm.
So they're all getting it. And so once that's done, I found the formula I like to do with the black armor. Instead of everybody does like they paint every line in the armor.
Yeah.
I dry brush their armor. But the way I do it brings out those creases, and it looks worn and beat up. And
what orc armor should look like?
Thank you. You know, I'm not the traditional yellow guy or the freaking red or blue. I mean, all those look amazing army, but I remember black orcs in the old fantasy, which are now the boys, our boys. Mm-hmm. So that's just armor. They didn't go through the warp and go, okay, let me throw some yellow paint on it. I mean, to me. Yep. So they're keeping their black armor. Like that's what it is. They'll have little spots of yellow or whatever, but that's it. So
kind of differentiate spots, but
yeah. But I'm working on all that. I'm also working on making sure the tournament's good. I'm working on the escalation league. I'm working during school, or I got school at the same time. And then what else am I working on? That. I'm still debating on what I want to start. Yeah. I got the Deepkin book.
Oh, nice.
Let me tell you something. Okay. I got to talk about this.
Go for it, man. Okay. I'm all ears.
So the Deepkin back in the day, their god died from Slanesh. Slanesh end times end up basically killing their god, Mathiel or whatever his name is, and consuming all these souls. And so he was like, oh my God, elf souls are so much better than everybody's because they're so longer, you know, they're age better. So he basically sucked so many souls that he was just like purging, you know, like when you eat Thanksgiving dinner. That's how he kind of felt after Thanksgiving dinner. Then he found out there were other elves hiding in the seas. He consumed all them. 3 newer gods, I don't remember their names, but they're old fantasy characters. 2 of them are, come out and they're looking for, and they find Slanesh. And they torture Slanesh and take the souls, had Slanesh regurgitate the elven souls.
It was Teclis and his brother, right?
Teclis and Tyrion, or Tyrion.
Yeah, it was a brothers.
And then there's one other person, I don't remember the name.
Who that is.
And they basically regurgitate the souls that he ate, which were the last souls he ate were the Deepkins. And so when they brought him back out, that's why the way they are is because of the process and everything like that. So I'm just like, they have Slanesh in the cave and they torture Slanesh for elven souls. So, yeah.
He had elf sweets. Oh yeah, but no, like, you know what I've been listening to that I really like for podcasts is I've been listening to the Sigmar one from Games Workshop.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm only on like episode 8 or 9, so I'm trying to catch up to episode 30. So I'm getting there. But I really like the designers come on and the rest of them come on and they really give you really good insight on kind of how they develop the game, what their favorite armies are, and what they really like to do. So I think it's a good 15 minutes. So it's like a break, something like that is a good time to swing that on and listen to it. But no, I mean, I've been giving a lot of thought to Age of Sigmar, and I'm not sure. Like, I'm looking at my army and I'm like, do I want to just push forward and run forward like right out of the gate and get counter-charged? Or do I want to have a second turn where I'm able to get the charge? So just like the tactics stuff, I start thinking about. I've only played one game, but it's just like my mind's already been like, I just want to run, beat down, or do I want to sit here and like do some crazy other stuff, you know? So I mean, I don't know, man. I think Age of Sigmar's got a lot.
But and it's brutal. People underestimate like Age of Sigmar. There's no pulling punches. There's no. The feel of the game is such. How do I put this? I'm not. Disclaimer: I'm not judging 40K. I'm not putting 40K down. I played a long time at 40K. Now it's my time to take that step away. But it lost its dynamic feel to me.
Okay.
We're gonna get on the table. You're either gonna charge me or gonna shoot me. That's all the game was.
Yep.
Then it came to psychic powers. It's like, okay, I don't run psychers, so let me spend 40 minutes of my day or my game waiting for you to get done with your psychic powers.
Yep.
Then now it's command points. It's like, okay, where is the strategic level of the player thinking about the game? What happens if I run a Maw Crusher into 60 ghouls? What's going to happen? Do I really want to do that?
Yep.
Do I want to run toe-to-toe against Scarbrand? Or if there's so much more dynamic feel, and it's so brutal because you could fail that one charge. You roll those double ones, and you're just like, oh my gosh, that just ruined your whole game plan for that whole turn. That one charge. So now you have to adjust. And so, fight against you. I run up my brutes. I come trudging in, and I end up hitting myself and killing myself against your own units. And I'm like, okay, what am I going to do about that now? Like, I have to figure out a solution to that problem. And that's dynamic.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to shoot bolters at you. I'm going to run knights at you. I'm going to cast all these spells at you. I'm going to use the command point to do this, the command point to this, command point to do this, the command point. And I'm going to keep command pointing until I get the command points back because I rolled a 7, and then this guy gives me. I'm like it's just there's no fun in that. Like in me. Yeah. I like the fact that I get on there, hero phase, casting this. This is going off for that. His is going to go here. I have no command points because I only had 2. Yeah. That turn. All right, now it's movement. Okay, how do I want to move this? Objectives there. He's got there. Okay, and then it's just the dynamics of it. It's just so much more. How do I maneuver around and get to your heroes to stop you from getting your blood slaughter freaking buff or your like? There's so much to it. Like you need to know those heroes.
Yeah, At the same time, too, I think you got, and at the same time, you're planning just in case you don't get the next turn.
That's right. You get a double turn, it changes everything.
Yeah.
Double. Oh man. Or endless spells now. I still haven't got to really use predatory spells yet, but that changes everything because, do I want to take first turn or do I want to move the spells? Like that's a big factor.
Very true.
I mean, it's usually second turn, of course, but it's first turn, whoever casts it, they get to move that spell.
Yeah.
But it's like there's options, there's things you got to do. So I enjoy it. I like to see people's armies. I like the ideas. There are models that people will say are broken. There are combos that are freaking amazing. There's a lot of norms that people play. And I don't think it's because it's the meta. I think it's because they enjoy it. Like, I run Iron Jaws because I enjoy it. I run Brutes. And I've been looking at so many Iron Jaw lists this last couple weeks. And it's like literally everything I've always played minus 1 to 2, 3 units. Like, yes, Iron Jaws is a very short army, but it's what they ally with. How many of one units they take. Like, they're, it just puts things in perspective.
I think that's very true. I think a lot of people do play Age of Sigmar for the more somatic feel, and then they try to optimize the army later.
Mm-hmm.
It's not 40K. I think some people go immediately with what is awesome, and that's what I'm going to go with. Like, there's no thought about like, oh, that unit really looks cool, especially in the competitive scene. I think when you play with your friends, it changes a little bit different, but
yeah,
at the same time, like, so I love playing with my friends and playing games with my friends. At the same time, if you like to go to tournaments, because when I go to a tournament, I get to see stuff that I don't normally get to see.
Exactly.
Because when you play with just your friends, they're like us. They're not painting new units all the time and everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it's just a little bit different when it comes down to it.
Well, and it's like when I always go back to my DevCon experience because that was a very dramatic experience when it comes to the tabletop game. Like playing in the championship and placing 40 out of like 300 some people is great.
Yep.
I played 3 knights, and people are like, "Oh, he's got 3 knights," because that's what everybody did. Adamantium Lance and Adamantium Lance, I think it was.
Yep.
But how I won the game was I thought outside the box. Okay, so I played MSU, Space Wolves MSU, and if no one knows what MSU is, it's multiple scoring units. And it was Rhinos, Razorbacks, Bloodclaws. Rhino, Razorback, Bloodclaws. Flyers, Bloodclaws. I had several Grey Hunters in there for some defensive, like, objective holding. But it was low character count, cheap as possible, and flood the table with what I could. And guess that won me the game. I lost 1 game. And because the guy's army was designed specifically to take my army, and I actually placed 3 times higher than he did, unfortunately. But everybody focused on the knights. I knew the strategy. I played outside the norm with a little bit of the norm, and that's what won me the games. Age of Sigmar, I don't know like everything in that Age of Sigmar. I mean, just like 40K, no one knows that all. I swear. But if you go up against one of the creature in Age of Sigmar and you don't know what it does, that changes everything. If you bring something you never used, that changes everything. If you're used to playing 30 bloodletters, 3 squads of 30 bloodletters, and now you change it to Reavers, it's gonna change everything.
Yep.
And it goes to your opponent too, because they're used to the bloodletters. You changing that is so significant.
Yeah, I think that's the thing about I think Age of Sigmar is you can change up your army, change up a hero, change up a couple of units, and your army completely plays different. But in 40K, like if you're playing in a tournament or like, and you take, or even if you're playing with your friends and you're like, oh, I want to try out this new unit, and it'll hose you completely, and you're done.
Yeah. I played my buddy a couple weeks ago. last week, not this last week, in the weekend prior. I think it was Friday. And he was playing at Sylvaneth, I think it was, and we're just at 500 points.
Yeah.
Just so he can get back into it. And I 2 squads of brutes and my mega boss on foot, and he brought dryads and what did he bring? Caranoff hunters with scythes and a branch wraith or whatever one summons.
Yeah.
And I chew through things with my brutes. But the problem is you got to roll for it too. It doesn't happen overnight. You know, just it's not like, oh, I'm going to drop this stratagem and now I get to re-roll everything.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't work that way. It's you roll and, you know, you hope for the best.
Dude, sorry. Kevin Rand just posted about Prismatic Palisade.
Yes.
I just read about that spell. That is amazing. So, model can't see another model. Imagine 1 mil line drawn from the center of its base to the center of the other model passes over this model. So it's like a freaking like wall. Yeah, there it is. You got it.
And that's how big it is, just so people know the size. That's my hand.
Yeah.
Of course. So.
I mean, that is such a cool little like spell, you know? I mean, you could definitely, if you have a wizard or something in the back line, you know, and you want something to block line of sight, it's very good, you know? I know in AOS, there's not as much terrain on the table, like let's say for 40K. So you need that kind of stuff, you know? With Lookout Sir now, I think that's a very beneficial thing, especially with Lookout Sir. If you put another unit, you know, to -1, you know, because if he's within 3 inches. So, yeah. It's tough.
Now, look up Suffocating Gravetide, I think it is, which is, here's the size of the model. I'm going to put this, okay, I'm going to do it the flat way. It's the same, pretty much the same size, length, but it's an actual tide.
Oh, sweet. See here, that is called.
I don't
know. Oh, Malignant Sorcery. Okay, there it is. Because I don't have the books, but I know they have all that. Which one was that?
Suffocating Gravetide, I believe.
Oh wow. Necron Tide pulled to the grave.
I think that's the Predatorio version.
Yep.
So there's a list where you read that. I have a friend that runs both of those in one of their lists.
Oh, really?
And let me tell you something. It is disgusting.
It sounds disgusting. Reading over that. That is so. Those dogs keep your big monster safe from shooting. Okay, yeah, Kevin. Seems like it might be cool painted up with those color shifts. Oh, Tyler is right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know the what is it? Those the paints they sell up at Atomic. Those the what is it? Splatter or whatever they're called, but they're like kind of they're very crystalline.
Yeah.
But if you were to paint like 5 or 6 different colors across that, you know, and then you shimmered, oh man, or the one paint changing color paint, that would look freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just so for this weekend. What time does the tournament start? Is it at 8? 10 o'clock?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. Okay.
Might start a little, maybe 10:30, depending on people. You know, first tournament, right? So a little leeway. I'm gonna try to have the table set already. I'll be up there Friday to go over things and get things ready.
Okay.
Hopefully we get a good turnout. I've gotten one list so far. I've seen, like, they've submitted to me and I looked at it and so this is why I suggest people with these tournaments, you know, like, this is why you submit your list to tournaments, and this is why you bring copies of your list to tournaments, is because a lot of times people don't read the rules.
Yeah.
It's just human nature. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, if there's something wrong with that, but I don't judge about it. It happens. But for instance, this tournament, none of the realm stuff is going to be used. No realm artifacts, no realm spells, no realm abilities, nothing with the realms is going to be in this first tournament. And this individual obviously didn't see that, or he missed it or whatever, glanced over it. And so he emailed me his list, and I had to email him back, say, hey, you got to change this stuff. And he's like, oh, not a problem. And so that's why, you know, I went and looked through his whole army too, and it was legit. So besides that one point.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Ski. I told it up. I have 1,470 points put together.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
And
So,
paint.
okay, what do you have anything else that's chaos
No.
at all? Like nothing.
Unless you want to let me like run berserkers as blood warriors.
Trying to think here, because I would say if you had 500 points, or if you can get that to 1600, then you can have 14 or 400 points of allies.
Yeah, that is
It's
true.
just like, okay, cool. I can just add a couple little things and I'm good. You know.
Yeah. No, unfortunately, no. I don't think I got enough.
I mean, I have a giant that's kind of chaosy. He's got some chaos chains on him.
Yeah, I wish I. Yeah. Damn. Well, I'll be up there to support you.
Okay. Are you going by yourself? Or are you riding with the others?
All right. I always go by myself.
Well, okay. Are you staying up there the whole time? Like, you going the same amount of days, or are you going separate? Or, are you up there?
For what?
Wargamers?
Oh, Wargames Con? No, I can't make it to Wargames Con.
Okay. I thought, sorry, got my lines.
Yeah. No, as far as Wargames Con, I really wish I could this year, but every single year they schedule it the week when, like, on Monday, my daughters have to go to school for the first day.
Ah, gotcha. Yep.
And, like, I tried to talk to my wife and we were thinking about it, but, with the tournament ending in like 5 or 6, after all the awards and everything are given out,
Yeah.
after it ends at 5 or 6, I still have to drive home from Austin to Houston. So it's about a 3-hour drive or 2.5-hour drive for me to get back.
Yeah.
And so it's just a little too late to like get the kids put in bed and get them ready for the first day of school tomorrow,
Gotcha.
So if it wasn't for that, I would definitely go. And, I don't want my wife to be here by herself. So,
I gotcha.
so, but it's one of those things, but, yeah, I was able to make it to Wargames Con like 2 years in a row, and then I couldn't make it last year, and this year I can't make it again. And man, if you haven't been to Wargames Con, the Hilton they have it in is amazing. It's like a DoubleTree. They renovated it. It is so nice.
Okay.
It's a really nice hotel. So like, yeah, it's just, and then like there's food eating places all around, and then if you go a little ways out of your way, they have like Asia Chinatown, kind of a little ways over there, and you can get some really, I don't know if you like Asian food, but they got some pretty good places around that area to eat too as well. So there's a lot of good places to eat.
Sushi is my crutch.
Yeah. So, but no, if you can make the Wargames Con, dude, I say go and have fun.
Well, and it's their first GT for 2.0.
Yep.
It was sold out, I guess, twice. So they
Yep.
released the first wave, it sold out, and they released the second wave, and that sold out. And then, like I said, I'm not guaranteed anything. A guy said he'd look into it and see what he can find, and if not, oh well, not meant to be, right? But
yeah, it's not meant to be. But no, yeah, I'm really looking forward to work. I can't wait to see the streams and everything that we're going to have on Wargames Con and see all this stuff that Bell Lost Souls is going to do on their Twitch channel. So,
okay,
it's just, I think hopefully, it'll be cool. It will be really cool. So,
what else?
Man,
I'm trying to think of. I don't know if there's anything else coming out that we didn't talk. We have talked about that.
I mean, after they released Adeptus Titanicus, we're kind of in the
40K zone. I think it's 40K. It's got to be.
It's going to be 40K, but it's just like I don't have a lot of leaks. I'm not anything special, so I'm pretty sure like someone could probably tell us, But if it's going to be orcs or it's going to be space wolves, like it's going to be huge.
Well, I hope it's probably gonna be orcs, honestly.
Yeah. I think orcs will come out first, but it's going to be huge for the community if orcs drop.
Oh yeah, they need it.
They need it. They so need it. So that's good. But as far as AOS, man, I'm really excited about the Escalation League up at the Atomic Hobbies.
Oh yeah.
So I'm trying to I need to get him painted, and then I want to do my first unit of 10 Blood Reavers and get them all painted up and get them ready to go. And then I want to get probably another pack of Blood Reavers. I want to have at least 30 Blood Reavers.
Okay, that's.
And then after that, I'll do a couple. Maybe I'll do a unit of 10 Blood Warriors.
Yeah, 30. That makes me so excited to play you.
Yeah. It'll be awesome, and maybe in between there, I'll paint my other Slaughter Priests. So I'll have 2 Slaughter Priests.
I'm working on finishing up 10 Brutes and get them finished based for that first week. So my whole 500 points done, fully painted. Like that's my goal.
And then hopefully in a couple days, my other side project will come in.
I'm
going to build grass terrain for Adeptus Titanicus.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I bought the small little N scale trees, which are like this big.
Yep.
So I'm going to do a couple bases, and make like a little forest and stuff. Then I want to make hills. I want to make in Titanicus there'll be like mountain formations, and in 40K there'll be like level 2 hills.
Little bumps.
Little bumps, but at least I'll be able to use the terrain in both, except for the trees. The trees will only be for Adeptus Titanicus, and then every single thing that comes in the Warlord edition, I'll paint that up and put that together. So, gotcha. But in order to do that, like I take a look at myself, and I'm like, okay, I'm spending $290 on a starter set. I was like, okay, if I'm gonna be painting a lot of terrain, I need some Nuln Oil and some other stuff. So I was like, I watched a couple YouTube videos on how to make that stuff with like matte varnish and some other stuff on how to mix it all up and make Nuln Oil. So I'm just kind of like, okay, I saved a lot of money on that. So that makes me feel a little better, because probably to do most of this terrain and stuff with washing and everything, I'd spend way too much money on Nuln Oil. So yeah, I've ended up buying the ingredients. I think the ingredients cost me like $17.
That's not bad. It's not bad at all.
Yeah. And you can make literally, because a lot of this stuff is mixed with water, distilled water, like 20 parts to 1.
Okay.
So yeah. So I think with doing that, I'm gonna save me a lot of money. And then the good thing is with the washes, if you pre-make them, I can make the Nuln Oil darker or lighter. I can do 2 drops of black ink, or I can do like 5 or 6 drops to really make it dark.
Yeah.
So if I want to go for something really dark, so I can put like 3 or 4. I'm probably going to do a couple of. I got some paint pots and stuff. Not the Nuln Oil, but the old dropper pots. I'll probably do a couple of those, and so I can use those and drop them out. So.
The other thing, just let people know, I am working on setting up my little side chat thing. Age of Schemar. I think that's what's sticking everybody to talk to is in agreement. Like that is a really cool name.
I like it.
But I need to get with you and the group, because I haven't done any of this before, so I need some instructions and some other stuff with some bat reps and some of this kind of stuff. It's going to be based strictly Age of Sigmar. That is the focus. That will be the focus. And so far, I'm thinking, anybody's welcome on the show.
Yeah.
If they want to be. If they want to talk about their army or talk story or talk list or anything about Age of Sigmar, that's what it's for.
Okay. You thinking more podcast or live stream?
I can do whatever people. I can do live stream. There might be none.
Yeah, because you could probably do like a podcast or something. Do like a recording on Skype or something like that. Okay. And then you could post it up here, and then we can find maybe me and Jonathan talk about maybe find somewhere like, if it's a podcast, all we need to do is like just MP3s or something like that. So maybe we could even host it on the FNP site. So
okay.
But yeah.
And then the bat reps. There's some special things I want to do with the bat reps, but I also need to get with you guys to see how you guys do it, right? But then there's some ideas I want to, since I know 3 of us all play Age of Sigmar now.
Yep.
If we get a couple more people, kind of do what they did in the White Dwarf, where they did the 4 battles of the 4 bosses. I think it was like every month they had like a escalation of these armies from get starter boxes, and they just.
The battle of what is it? The Tale of 4 Warlords.
Yes, that's it. But I want to do it with the skirmish rules, because I have the book for the skirmishings. So it's small units, and there's an actual long, not very long, but it's a driven campaign narrative kind of thing that we can do as well. And and break it up into sequences too. So, but I want to do it. I've been pretty busy with the summer semester of freaking sociology, so I want to try to shoot for the fall semester of schools when I want to start. If I do a podcast, then hopefully I'll get some of that released then. Yeah, I'll start recording, because I want to get things right. I just don't want to jump into it. I don't want to give a product that people don't want, and they think it's crappy. So that is my plan. That is my goal. That is something to look forward to, because I know you guys really, I think, will enjoy it and need it and want it. And yeah.
I'm very excited. I will help you out any way I can, especially with Age of Sigmar, because I think it's going to be my second game, and I think I'm going to enjoy it. It'll be a nice change from the 40K environment. So, and then the other like I said, the other game I really want to play is Adeptus Titanicus.
Well, maybe we get that. We get it built, and maybe we can go down and play test together.
Yeah.
And record it.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I think it'll be very cool. I mean, like, as soon as that set comes out, I know, like, I'm driving up to Atomic Hobbies at midnight on Friday and, you know, picking it up, taking it home, and ripping out that Warlord and putting the Warlord together in the 3 nights.
Just make sure you read the instructions first.
Yeah, I am, because I'm gonna have to figure out because the Warlord Titan is magnetized. They already put magnet pieces in there.
Wait.
The arms are already ready for magnets.
They're ready for? Did they include magnets, or is it ready? Like, how do I put this? Is it something already built for the box set? Like, hey, you need to magnetize if you want, and it's already preset, or is it set to the point where you don't have to do much maintenance to put magnets in it?
No, it's like the new Forge World kits. You know, some of the new Forge World kits where they already drill the holes for where to magnetize it.
Yeah,
that's how it's going to be.
Oh, okay.
So, like, already in that ball joint, there's already going to be, you know, like in that ball joint or whatever, that joint that goes in there, there's already going to be a hole probably drilled for like maybe a 1/16 magnet or whatever. So I just got to figure out what size is going to go in there. Because, you know, I'm definitely, like, my Warlord, I am not building that thing static, man. I want to have all different kinds of weapons up in that thing. My only problem with getting off shoot games is they don't always stick around. I had more to have a Quizzer, sticks around, but really tempted, yeah.
Oh, Inquisitor, man! I used to have the original book for Inquisitor, and I was getting into it, and I had Artemis the Space Marine. Yeah. And then when I started to get into it, they pulled it, and so I used Artemis as my. He's going to be. I have a piece of terrain that I'm going to finish for Atomic.
Yeah.
And he will be a removable statue in the middle of this piece that you can pull in and out.
Yeah, I think a lot of people when they talk about these offshoot games, I think, you know, the games that have turned it into specialist games like Blood Bowl and Necromunda, like Blood Bowl still has a really good following.
Oh yeah,
because there's all kinds of tournaments and stuff I see always pop up around this area.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, like, because they're always coming out with new stuff, it generates excitement in the game. And since people are waiting for new stuff to come out, or like new teams, especially in Blood Bowl, like Necromunda's bringing out new stuff, as long as GW keeps on feeding the product line and we keep on buying it and we support the hobby, which is the key, if we keep on doing that, those specialist games will stick around. Okay. I think what you don't see are box games. Box games are a one and done.
Like Gorechild,
Renegade. Even the Renegade box that came out, it's a one and done.
Yeah.
There's never going to be updates. You know, Kill Team, they designed Kill Team to be a competitive, somewhat competitive game built for skirmishes in the 40K universe. Like Armageddon, the War for Armageddon, that book, when that came out, that was a straight up just, I think it was a test run for a new version of Kill Team.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty much what it was.
Well, and you remember the original Kill Team box, the new, how do I put this? The new old Kill Team box before that was the Marine and Tau box set, remember?
Yep. So yeah, I think I know Tyler talked about, you know, he's not sure if the Adeptus Titanicus is going to stick around.
It will.
I mean, I know in Houston, I think it will, but I don't know where Tyler lives. So, like, Tyler, man, like, if people are pumped about this at your game store, then yeah, it'll stick around. It's just but at the same time, it's kind of up to you if you really want the game or you want to do it. Is you may have to take that step forward and be like, guys, we are going to run the campaign out of the book and run the campaign and get people involved, because storyline games like that, like, can really drive the community and make it good. You know, it's like, I think the escalation leagues always do that. If you run a campaign and you make it fun and you try to run it with some of your friends, it'll make it fun. I think people will stick around. Like the skirmish game, like when you were talking about that, Ski, the first thing that popped in my mind was like, so like 500 points we run skirmishes, or like 200 points we run skirmish games. And then it builds up into an epic like 2,000 point battle at the end where we're like killing, like armies are fighting, you know?
Well, that's the escalation though. So the escalation we're doing, was it 5 weeks? I got to format the page. It says 6 weeks. It's going to be 5 weeks.
Yeah.
And then I think 3 or 4 weeks after that is an APOC version of Age of Sigmar that we're going to do.
I think in the new General's Handbook, they have rules, right, to make those apocalypse games quicker, right?
I believe so. I haven't really gone through it much in detail because
I was
that. So
I was looking over it, and it looks like when you assault, like both the armies just fight at once. Like your unit fights, whatever dies, and we just take off models.
Yeah.
So there's no like, oh well, I'm going to use this, I'm going to do this. There's none of the back and forth. It's like we smash into each other. We roll all our attacks at the same time. I lose 12 models, you lose your unit, and I have 2 models left. Battle shock test, I'm done.
Oh yeah, I was already kind of planning that. If they already put that in there, I'm like, all right, cool. One thing I have to worry about.
I think they did something with spells too. I read something on spells to where the spells were like if you cast spells, you get to cast 1 spell per model.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like I'm going to cast 15 spells, you know.
Well, it's the rules of 1-2 applies.
Yeah.
But like for you for this skirmish for Age of Sigmar, I don't know if they're going to update this at all. I know they've been updating it in some of the books. But like for you have, I don't know if it's in your new codex with the Khorne stuff, but there's a part in here. It says Demons of Khorne. You get Bloodletters, Bloodmasters, Blood Throne, and Blood Crushers. Those are your Khorne. That's all you get.
Oh, sweet.
And those are the things you have to pay for with certain points. Now there's other things in here. There's Bloodbound. Sorry, Blood Warriors, Blood Reavers. So bad and separate. So if you want to do demons, you can just do demons. If you want to do Bloodbound, you got Bloodbound. But it's all based off of points, glory points or renown points. Sorry, let me back that up. And it's their version of Mordheim without that being Mordheim. It's a quicker, easier, more forgiving game than Mordheim.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm pretty much down for whatever, man. I will make it up and try to get it in games. So.
Oh yeah.
There's nothing more I like than playing. So.
Well, and it's gonna be narrative. So you're gonna name your characters.
Oh, I'll do that.
And you're gonna be talking like Razor Gore Jack Fist is going to he's coming in. He's coming in to attack that guy. Like
okay.
Each character is its own person.
I'll do it.
So that's something I want to do. Like I had when it first came out, I had a boy? I think a boy. Just a regular boy, and he carried the team. Like he was just like, I got this, and he did all the damage, and like everybody else would get not killed, but be out of action and stuff like that. But it's like when he got done with that campaign, he became the brute boss.
Nice.
So I promoted him in my brute squad. So
I like that,
and that's that personal feeling,
Yep. Dude, I am more than excited. So. Cool. Between that 40K stuff, I will be more than happy. It's just for my LVO list. I know what I got to paint now. I know exactly what I'm doing.
Good. Well, and I'm still looking into that. I don't think I was trying to figure out a way to go with you guys, even if it's just to run around and record things for you.
Yeah.
But it's the same week of I have school, and I don't know the schedule yet of that because it's going to be spring semester.
Yep.
And I don't know my schedule.
Yeah.
And so.
Well, here's the good thing, Ski. When it really comes down to it, if all you want to do is just go and hang out, like, plane tickets are always cheap on Southwest. So if you're like, well, I'm just going to go and hang out, then you can make that late second decision after you get your spring semester. So, I mean, I got a 2-bedroom suite, so I got a lot of room. Okay. Well, I'm looking into it. I do have I have friends in the family that live actually in Vegas, military friend that we grew up with. I'm not going to stay there, trust me, because that would just, I want to be in, closer to the essential stuff. But yeah, I'll have to look at it because I was thinking about, well, maybe if I go to LVO and I can go with John and just drive down there with him. Yeah. I'm like, cool. It's not a bad trip. It's a long trip, but it's like whatever. Yeah. My wife brought that up. She's like, well, you have spring semester, and I'm like, shoot. And I go, well, once I find out whenever the semester sign up for that semester, I can sign up quick and I'll know my schedule. So. Yeah. But I'm just and then SN Battle Reports dropped that they're having their first grand tournament over in Gibraltar, and talking to Carolyn, we may make it a 10-year anniversary type trip. So I may be trying to go. So
You know,
if I do
really
that,
cool.
then
If we could
I
ever,
may be in for the rest of the year when it comes to tournaments. But
one
yeah,
of these days I'll make it to Warhammer World. But if I do, I want to go during the Age of Sigmar clash.
oh yeah,
Because I've heard and I've watched videos of that, and it's like the most amazing thing you'd ever be a part of, like in that aspect of environments.
yeah. Oh, do you mean during like the Age of Sigmar Grand Tournament?
Yeah, at Warhammer World.
Oh yeah, that'd be amazing. Yeah, that would be epic. Yeah, I mean, like literally, like bucket list is because I follow SN Battle Reports. Is they do amazing stuff. Like their tournaments are like beautiful.
Okay.
The terrain's beautiful. The armies are all painted to a high standard. You know, if you're going to play there, it's got to be painted well. So you know, it's like that's kind of like my bucket list for tournaments. You know, all the guys you're going to play against are good guys. You know, they make competitive lists, but they're good people to play against. And so the grand tournament is going to be 80 people. You know, and the other one was getting up to like 35 or 40 people for the no retreat one. So you're looking at adding maybe 40 more people.
Okay.
But still, you know, I'm looking at that. I'm just kind of like, you know, that's my bucket list. And then, you know, definitely take the pilgrimage to Warhammer World one time.
Yeah.
So I would definitely be down for that. So, yeah.
Maybe that's something in the future to plan to say, okay, this is what we're going to do, you know, start planning. But
okay. Wife is telling me the refrigerator's not working.
no.
Well, it's not making ice, so I think maybe the thing got flipped on.
Gotcha. It's not. I
Yeah,
was going to say, if your refrigerator's running, hopefully you don't have to go catch it, you know, the old joke.
yeah, no. Are you trying to get it? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's right.
There we go.
Gonna get the bunny ears.
Yeah, but no. So, yeah, I'm just, you know, I think I'm really excited. I'm just waiting for stuff to drop. So, well, guys, it is getting kind of late. So, unfortunately, you know, I mean, I know it's just me and Ski tonight, but, you know, I just want to thank everyone who's watched tonight. I appreciate y'all talking on the live stream. You know, I know Kevin at the end said he'd love to do a AOS podcast, you know, or help us out, or love to listen to it, which is awesome. So, I mean, more than happy doing that. You know, I want to thank all the Patreon supporters. They've given us some dough so we were able to work on the studio. I bought a rug at IKEA. Take it up there on Saturday, put that down on the ground, deaden the sound.
Oh, yes.
Yep. So it's what is it, 7 foot by 10 foot. So I think that's big enough.
You gonna do a Saturday or are you gonna do a Friday?
I'm doing Saturday. Saturday, I'm gonna go up there during the day. Unfortunately, I don't know. Is John working on Thursday?
I don't.
Yeah, I don't know who's working. So maybe I can talk to Ben, because Ben was talking about going to Thursday or Friday, and maybe I can give him the rug if he can fit in his car and try to get it done. So I'll talk to Ben.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll talk to Ben and definitely see if I can work something out. Maybe if I can get him to him, because he lives right down the street. He swung by my house last night to drop off my Kill Team Core rulebook and some terrain.
Oh, okay. Well, and I'll be down there Friday, so I mean,
okay.
The hand moving things or whatever.
I'm also off on Friday, so if my wife doesn't take off work, she was talking about it maybe because, you know, she's been 7 weeks working out of state, so maybe if she takes off Friday, if she doesn't take off Friday, then it'll be me and the kids. So I may be able to run up there during the day, you know, around 1 or 2, or, you know, around lunchtime. That way I can go drop all that stuff off, then take them out to eat, and then get them back over here. So
yeah,
we'll talk about it. So I'll let you know.
Okay.
But other than that, guys, man, I appreciate you watching. Thanks to Patreon supporters. Thanks for all our viewers that watch constantly, guys. I really appreciate all the love we've been getting on our Kill Team battle reports that Ben's been doing.
Oh yeah.
So Ben's going to keep that up. And I'm going to drop something. I did a product review on Gadget Plus. His 3D printed stuff he does for nights. Stuff went up on my Instagram. He did share it on his Instagram. So, but I am going to be I'm going to drop that probably on either Thursday or Friday. I did a full report all the way up from when I bought the armigers and everything, painted them all up all the way through the end process.
Great products.
Yeah, so it's great products. So I really want to get that out there and appreciate him actually giving me some love on his Instagram and also his Facebook. So definitely look up Gadget Plus. If you do anything with knights, he makes beautiful kits. Go out and buy his stuff. So other than that, guys, man, I appreciate it. Good night. Anything from you, Ski?
No, I'm good, man. Anything for me?
No, it's good.
All right.
Appreciate it, guys. See y'all next week.